Okay, now we are live on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone. My name is Fernando. I'll be the host of today's meeting here on TNT. TNT is a platform, a conversation platform for all levels of speakers of English, Spanish, Italian, and French. And today we're going to talk about the future, different subjects about the future. And I'm going to explain really quickly how it's going to work. This is not a class. I'm not here as a teacher. We are all free to make mistakes. Nobody will correct anyone here. And we just have to follow some rules, which are be respectful and don't correct anyone. And of course, try to have fun during this conversation. And I'm going to share the questions now. Just a moment. Okay. 1 to 5 and 6 to 10. So we can start now. Juliana, can you start to introduce yourself, please?
Yes, sure. I'm Juliana. I'm living in Belo Horizonte, but if everybody called me Julie, I'm a lawyer in data protection, and I'm a journalist too.
All right, Julie, thanks. Thanks for sharing. How about you, Felipe? Please.
Hello, everybody. My name is Felipe. This is not my first time here in TNT. I'm 41 years old. I'm graduated in law. I work as a public servant for the Pernambuco Justice. And I'm here, of course, to improve my English and meet interesting and knowledgeable people. That's it.
Also, you are in the right place for it. How about you, Dennis?
Hello, guys. My name is Dennis. I live in São Paulo. I am 38 years old, and I work with IT, with security information. And I'm married and have 2 daughters, a dog, and I'm here in the TNT to improve my English and to know more people, culture, etc. I think is that it.
All right, thanks for sharing. Well, I live in Brasilia. I am 33 years old. I work in the environment protection field as an administrative assistant. But actually, I have a graduation in a graduation and a post-graduation in the languages area. So I really like to study about languages, especially English. I really like study English. And I'm here on TNT since December, and since March, I am a host here. And yeah, that's it. So let's start. Question number 2. It's about the future of education. What do you expect will be different in the way we learn and gain knowledge? How do you think education will evolve? What's your opinion about that, Dennis?
Future of education, what do you expect will be different? And it's very interesting because I think in the future there are other many possibility to learn about everything, not just technology and other categories, and because with an advanced technology, it's possible to explore more more things, I think. And it's very interesting because, for example, ChatGPT, it's an innovation here now in the world. I think it's the same for future.
Yeah, I agree. We're gonna it's gonna be possible that we learn about so many different things, as already is actually through the internet. But I think that the tools will gonna make it easier, even easier than
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tools that we have today. I cannot imagine how it would be easier than nowadays, but they will probably come up with something.
Yes, there is a fight, I don't know how to say, but with Google, Microsoft, and there are other companies to improve the IE,
Yeah,
and better to provide for other people. It's
yeah,
it's a big problem, I think, but I will waiting to expect to
yeah.
better for us.
Let's wait to see. We don't have any other option. Just wait and see.
Yes.
How about you, Juliana? What do you think is going to be the future of education?
I think in the future, uh, it's difficult to say because I always said the future is now. All the things for you think about the future, it's happening now. And I think it's important people uh, to to try to try know about feelings uh, because there are a lot of tools. There are a lot of technology, but people don't have the the real education. Like in this day, I read about the doctors use the chat GPT to 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 learning how say the bad uh, bad notice for people. For example, when someone died and the doctors don't know to be impacted person.
Yeah, I think there is a very interesting thing that you said, that is that the future in now is now, and I totally agree. Sometimes we are trying to look ahead, but the things are already happened, and maybe that's the reason that we've been talking about the future a lot during the immersions here on TNT. I have been noticed that a lot of the topics are about the future because it's something that is happening now, and that's crazy because we used to to watch the science fiction movies, and it used to seem so far from us, and now it's here. So by the way, the video that you watched was uploaded 4 years ago. Maybe it was made even more time ago, and so a lot of things have changed lately. What is your opinion about education, Philippe?
Well, uh, very difficult to say, right? Because we are trying to do kind of prediction here, but I think it is probable, it is reasonable to think that in the near future, we are gonna more and more be in touch with devices. And this kind of environment here, digital environments, will be much more common. Digital classes, right? And every sort of courses using digital platforms. I think this will be the common sense and will be used in a daily basis for most people. With AI evolving more and more each day, of course, education, we're gonna use this technology in order to improve their techniques and pass knowledge and information for other people, right? I think this will be a reality in the near future, because pandemic has speed up this situation. Of course, nobody were able to be in touch face to face with teachers and co-workers, so we had to learn how to work and get in touch in classroom by using internet, right? So I think pandemic had speed up this situation. But I think this is an easy answer to say, but what is very difficult to me is, what are we going to learn? This is a real question to me, a real point to think, because to use device, I think is very clear and obvious, but what are gonna teach for our sons, for example, for our daughters? What are the schools are going to teach for their students? Because the structure of the topics that are taught nowadays is very old-fashioned. Every specialized people in this field says this thing. So what's the content and skills that will be very important to students and young people to dominate? Maybe in school will be lectures of computer science, how to code, I don't know, how, as Juliana said, mental health will be much more common, this topic too. This is not a coincidence that mental health is so alarming nowadays. So, but what I believe is what I studied at school. This is old-fashioned and will not be teacher for other generations anymore. Because why to study physics and chemistry if I'm a lawyer, if I'm an athlete? So I think will be more will be other topics to be studied that the market will impose it. This is a kind of adaptation and suitability to the market. Yeah, this is my opinion.
Maybe gonna be like we use artificial intelligence to learn more about artificial intelligence, like a loop, because it's the topic that we have and we're gonna have a lot. So I see your point. And as you said, the pandemic was the boom of it. Before the pandemic, I had never get into meetings here on through the internet, through Zoom. So and now it's basically my routine, my everyday routine. I have meetings here every day, or on TNT, or through to work, something like that. Because I've been working from home since the pandemic began. So I've been doing everything from home, basically working, studying, have these meetings and everything. So it's changed my life. And about education, I think that we are not sure yet about of how can you use it. Because, for example, ChatGPT, now is the boom of ChatGPT. So we want to do everything there, and we don't know exactly how it works. We are still learning. So I believe that we already have the tools, and we just gonna learn how those tools work. How can we take advantage of it? More or less like that. But it's a mystery.
But oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
But I have a point about, for example, ChatGPT, because for example, I work with IT. In this case, I can use ChatGPT, but I think it's very important to have a person with capability to understand this translation about the answers the ChatGPT. For example, if I need to search a command to Cisco vendors, I work with Cisco switch firewalls. I don't know if you know. But I put in the ChatGPT, I need to command to script, for example. I need to know about answers, because it's not copy paste, and many people think that I will put in chat answers and copy paste. Okay, finish. It's not enough to do that.
Yeah,
I think.
I agree. It's a terrible mistake. We need to have some critical thinking, even when you use those intelligence, because they are not intelligent. They have their database, and they have standards, but they don't think. They are not smart. They are not intelligent. So we have to think critically about it. I agree. All right. Question number 3. Juliana, can you read for us and answer, please?
Yeah, sure. Future of food. What do you think will be different about the food we eat in the future? The food industry changes somehow. Will we consume healthier food? I don't know, because there are different groups, people defend different ways to consume. For example, vegan people, people like it, trash food, older people. I don't know. If I think about the future, don't the things it's not good for environment. I think the food in the future, it's not better the food it's now, because the food it's now, it's not good, it's not healthy.
So you believe that it's going to be like more processed food in the future, even more than is nowadays?
I think yes.
Yeah, it's a a possibility. I want to believe that will not be in that way, but it's a good point. What do you think, Felipe?
Yeah, I totally agree with Juliana. I don't have an optimistic view of our future in this field, the food industry, because it's a reality. Obesity is a global epidemic disease. This is not exclusive to United States. That everybody knows that obesity is skyrocket over there, but it's a reality in every corner of the world, and this is not a coincidence. This is due to, in every country in this planet, there's a store of Coca-Cola, a McDonald's, Pizza Hut, and this is a billionaire industry, an industry that has an income profit much bigger than lots of countries reunited. So the economic pressure, the economic force, the economic power impose and force their policies around the world. So I don't see in the near future of 50 years from now that we are gonna learn to eat healthier than today, because the industry wants to create addictive to their products, right? So salt, fat, and sugar are their ingredients, are their jewels to make billions. So, and these are the ingredients that make food irresistible and tasty. And people are getting addicted on a daily basis. Everybody knows that McDonald's is a trash, a junk food, and is not healthy, but everybody eats that trash. And fathers, mothers give this trash to their sons and daughters because kids are addicted to this trash. So and this is money. Everybody's addicted to soft drink, to Coca-Cola, a lot of sugar, processed food, salt. Yeah, it's a kind of drug that we are eating and allowing our body to. And this is not coincident that obesity, diabetes, cancer is taking place all around the world. So expect that this billionaire industry change their recipes and reduce their billionaire income. Maybe a naive thought. Maybe, yeah, I would like, but I don't believe. There's a saying that teaches, if you are not eating food as medicine, one day you're gonna eat medicine as food. So, but what is food? Food is vegetable, fruits, right? All kind of roots, eggs. So, but what we eat is junk food. This is what we like, and the tasty food, right? And everybody's addicted to this trash.
Yeah, really good point. I disagree in some parts. I will talk later, but maybe I am kind of naive in this sense. I agree with you because it's like I said, it's everything in our faces. So what's going on with the world in this part? But let's hear Dennis. What do you think, Dennis?
I think that Felipe and Juliana said all. because I think the trend it's consume not more health food and junk food because the time, because the more easy to people are looking for easy and fast food every day because the work and time in the or just living only. I think that is many possibility to choice this type of food than health food, for example. I think that it.
Well, so I think that we have been addicted to processed food for a long time, but I feel that people are starting have different points of view about it. One of the good sides of social media is that we can discuss and we can have touch with a lot of subjects that we didn't know before. We didn't have those discussions. So one of them is the subject of food industry. And I think that a lot of people are raising awareness about this problem, not just vegan and vegetarian people, but people that even people that eat meat and other milk. I forgot the name. Food that comes from milk. I think everybody is raising some awareness about it, and I think the industries are looking that awareness of the people too. So new products have been made. They are not replacing, but they are creating food to replace animal-based food. They are replacing with plant-based food, and it's still in the beginning. But I believe that they're gonna do that. And they will not lose money because it's a very rich market, the market of health food as well. But I think that they will provide more options to people that are in a rush. They have to eat something very fast. What you do? You call McDonald's. You order some junky food. But maybe if you have the option of something fast and something healthier, you can do in your place, in your house. So I think that it's a start to changing. It's still early to know that it's going to be a change or not, but we are getting to a situation that we need to change. So I think that it's a possibility too.
Yes.
Or maybe I'm just being optimist about it. All right, so let's go with number 4. That is about the future of medicine, which is kind of related, what you eat and your future, if it's going to be healthier or not. What the developments do you expect to see in the field of medicine, Felipe?
Yeah, I'm not about medicine is more difficult to me to put some view, but I think this topic relates with education in some points. Probably the devices and internet and artificial intelligence will also take place in this field too. And in the development development of artificial intelligence, it is probable that doctors will have to search for another job, because it's a probability, because robots could gather much more information than a human brain, okay, and pass much more accurate diagnose for the symptoms a patient has. So there's no comparison to what artificial intelligence, a robot, can do in gathering data from the discovery of medicine and delivery an accurate diagnose. And this is primarily what a doctor does. This is exactly what a doctor does. They study, they research, they listen to your symptoms, and they, based on their knowledge, they're gonna give you a diagnose. So there's no doubt that a robot and artificial intelligence can do much better than a human being in gathering information around the latest discovery in every field of medicine. So the adaptability, yeah, I think this is the word, up. Yeah, can you say this word for me?
Adaptability. Yeah, it's a difficult word.
Adaptability. Yeah, adaptability. Yeah, the fastest knowledge discovery in the field of medicine is right now delivered to a device, and a robot and artificial intelligence can adapt and give a more accurate diagnosis. So it is probable to think that in a decade or two, we will have a much better medicine, and much more people will have contact with this medicine. But for those who are doctors or people who work in this field, maybe it is reasonable to think that will not happen in a split of second, but artificial intelligence probably will take place for some professions in this field. In my opinion, the main probability to happen is with doctors. That is mainly intellectual, is intellectual work. Generally, a doctor don't use their hands. It's not the majority of the disciplines in medicine, we have to gather information and give a diagnosis. Even surgeon, we have robots today that makes precise surgeons in patients, right? So I think so. I don't know. This can happen, but this maybe a work team with human beings and artificial intelligence working together, maybe it's another probability to happen. And even to put this alternative to patient, do you want to have a consult to a AI doctor or a human being doctor? Maybe in the future we are gonna to choose this alternative. I don't know.
This is scary. I went through a surgery 2 months ago with robot arms, And it was my first surgery ever, and it was with robot arms. Like it was a minimal, I don't know if that's the expression in English, but minimal invasive surgery, something like that. And I recovered very, very fast because the arms do exactly what they need to do and nothing else. Of course, there was a doctor operating, but it's amazing how technology has changed the things in this field. What do you think, Dennis?
About the medicine, I think it's very difficult to me to talk about that. But in fact, I would like to that it would be possible to doctors or other people to find solution, for example, cancer, others problems in medicine. I would like that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Those diseases like cancer and AIDS and so many diseases that are in the are are making a mess in the humanity history, and it would be good. Don't have to worry about that anymore. And you, Juliana, what do you think about medicine in the future?
I think the medicine in the future, like I said, for all the things I think, the future is now. All these things, when you think about the technology, it's pretty advanced at the moment, and I think it's no make sense. It's no sense because people sick because of bad food, and now maybe you said, but people need to eat more fruit, more vegetable, but everything it's contaminated. It's with the agrotoxic. Maybe disease is a cause for diseases like cancer. And I think for the future, like in the relationship with people, the technology it's important, but the basic things it's more important.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. We are looking for the solution, but we have to look the ways to avoid the problem as well. Good point. Well, guys, we don't have a lot of time, but I would like to. We have some questions about the space, so let's get crazy a little bit about it. Question number 7, future of space exploration. What are your thoughts about space tourism and the possibility of humans colonizing other planets in the future? Juliana, what do you think about that?
One more time, these things, it's happening. And I think it's a problem because the human people don't know to carry the war planet, and they colonize other planets, and they repeat the same mistakes.
Yeah. Once again, is the same point. We need to find other planets because the Earth will be a mess, and it will be impossible to live here. But we are looking for the solution and forgetting about the problem to solve the problem here that we have. I agree with you. And you, Dennis, what do you think about it?
Oh my gosh. I don't know because I think it's possible to colonize in other planets in the future. But for not all people, just and just for some people that have money to possible to travel to another planet, for example. But to do the same equal in the Earth, it's I don't know. I think it's not possible in this situation.
Yeah, we live in a unique planet. It's difficult to find a good place to replace it.
Yeah.
And you, Felipe?
This question, I think the first impressions may sound a little bit silly. A first impression, but I think is completely different. It's not a silly question. Maybe can sound silly because it's so in our minds are so distant from us, this situation and reality. But if we think about the human being, what they have been doing here on planet Earth, deforestation, polluting all lakes, rivers, shaking the potable water, offering trash as food. The number of human beings are increasing. Next 10 years, maybe we're gonna achieve 90 billions people. So, in short words, we are what are we doing? We are devastating our resources that are limited, and one day, if we are not learning how to manage and be in touch with nature, will be the only solution to survive as a species, to commit the same mistakes in another planet and extract other sources for our sake, right? Because we turn on the television and we can hear the ministers of economy, our president, or other presidents, and they have the same discourse. We have to increase our economy, increase the profits of our companies, increase. But we have a limited source. We have a limited planet. We are not. We don't hear the discourse of how to stay in midterm, in equilibrium. We don't hear this thing. We have just to increase, to evolve, increase our profits, our economy. Even when we are, in other words, extracting our resources, our water, our forest, our extinguished species, animal species. So one day, of course, this will end. And when this reality happen, what we're gonna do? we're gonna end as a species, or probably not. Probably we will have technology to create another Noah ark, right? And embark in this ark to another planet and commit the same mistakes, probably. I don't know.
Yeah, Juliana sent this message that they made images of an astronaut throwing garbage in space. So it's very human alike, this thing that we are making a mess here, then we're gonna make a mess in another place. It's sad, but it's true. And I totally agree with you. It's not silly. I think that someday this planet will be impossible to live here, and we have to find another place. So I really believe that those studies, space studies, are really important. I don't agree very much with the space tourism, because it's just a thing for few people, few millionaire people, and this money could be so way better applied in other areas. So I don't think it's a good idea. But like you said, Felipe, is just increase money, increase until it explode. So I will send the survey here. Please rate the conversation from 1 to 10 and share your thoughts about the conversation, or give us suggestions of topics. And I really enjoy it. So thank you very much for being here. And I hope to see you next week the same time. See you guys. Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Good weekend.